Please remove that when this goes up on Tuesday. The advertisers have requested that we keep it.
Yeah, you can't curse.
What advertiser?
He was talking. You were talking about a pussy cat.
What advertisers he asks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Toys R Us.com.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Circuit City.
Circuit City. Good
.com,
Guys.
Woolworths.
Oh no.
Sears.
Marvel DC Alliance.
KB Toys.
No, guys.
Oh
no.
What, Kevin? Silo Electronics.
I don't know what that is.
DOW Dow.
There that's it. The good guys.
The Good Guys.
This is
Sam Goody.
Vibatron Dildos Incorporated.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's real.
Wow.
That's a new startup. My personal
Um,
startup.
And they already went down.
Cosby Enterprises.
Cosby Sleeping Aids.
No.
It's a new pharmaceutical company.
No.
Bill Cosby has nothing to do with it. It's just a mascot
Oh.
song.
Oh, shit.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side. I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman, lonely horseman.
I had the most awkward fucking breakfast I've ever had.
With who?
A couple weeks ago, I was in Florida. I was
Driving his Tesla around.
I drove my Tesla to Florida on one
show.
charge. One charge. But anyway, I was in Florida. I woke up early to go to, obviously, where else? Avatar Land in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so I went there, went on a couple rides. Well, went on the same ride a couple times. But anyway, I waited for the restaurant to open. It was like, oh shit, it doesn't open for another 5 minutes. Well, I'm fucking hungry.
Did you just look at like a Dragon Zord watch to do that?
No, this is the digitizer.
Does that even tell the
nothing to do
time?
with the story.
Yeah, what time
Has nothing
is-
to do with the story.
What time is it?
I can't. It doesn't say. But the
Morphin
point.
time,
That's not the
clearly.
point. That's not the point. The point is, I'm
always
waiting
morphing
for this
time.
restaurant to open. Satuli Canteen. I'm waiting for it to open.
The Thule Canteen?
Finally,
You're not allowed to eat there? Wait.
Finally, at 10:30, this is serious. At 10:30, it opens
serious.
up, and I'm like, okay, good, finally, because they have like good, like you can make your own bowl full of shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wait for that restaurant.
Doesn't
The doors open. Okay, thank God. And I walk into okay, it's the whole like here's where you eat. There's nobody in there. I was the first person to walk in.
You were the first person the doors to
Wow.
open.
Yeah.
Wow.
was
No
waiting.
way.
Because I'm starving.
Nice.
And I walk in and I turn the corner into where you order food. Yeah. And there are probably 50 employees all standing there looking at me.
Oh shit!
Nice. Awaiting you.
You went to a Disneyland restaurant when it fucking opened.
And they're all looking at me, but it wasn't like things were running. They were all just standing there, like not doing anything, all in silence,
waiting
It
for
was like,
you to choose.
And the girl is at the front of the group, and she is looking back at them like. And a dude in the kitchen, I hear go, "See the only one that's showing? Is he? That's it. Okay."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, well, we'll just do it." Okay. Every day we have a ceremony that begins our day of feasting and dining on the world of Pandora, which has given us these great gifts. And I'm like, oh my God, they have like a daily thing.
That's cool.
I thought there'd be like, people behind me or something, but nobody showed up. So it's just me, and they're going, in the Avatar language, Sivako means up to the challenge, and Umbayata means you're hungry.
Dang. You memorized it.
And
loves it
Hurata means thank you,
all on the
planet.
watch.
Means thank you, planet, for this gift.
Hell yeah.
Which of those phrases did you say?
So and then I'm like, and they're all looking at me, and the dudes in the back are like,
They looked at their Dragon Morphers also?
they're just like wondering what, like, and I'm like, am I supposed to do?
You're-
So I go, okay, what's Na'vi language for chicken quesadilla?
Got him! Yeah!
And two of them are like, ha. And I'm like, well, I don't. Did I not say the right?
You're
thing?
not one with Ewa?
And she goes.
We serve that after 10.
She goes. Just say Sivako. Oh, Sivako. Yeah, and then the dude is like, is like, finally, and he walked, and anyway, and then they all got to work. It was like, okay.
God.
What just fell?
His other morpher.
The
Did you notice he was
battleizer.
wearing two?
I really wanted to tell the story without talking about the fucking wristwear.
I think you shouldn't have worn it.
Yeah, it was live and learn.
It's like coming onto the podcast and wearing a mask and then going, I didn't
right.
really
I
wanna
said
talk
it
about the
wasn't
mask.
important.
To be fair, you're wearing two costume toy pieces. That kind of calls our attention.
Well, that's not like
And
you were
you also-
blinking.
more
the
than a
lights
breakfast
weren't on.
story.
You looked at him too.
But so you said that.
They
and-
all look pissed off at me that I didn't say the right thing, and it was like I don't know. I just wanted to get noodles and leave. I
I don't think they were pissed off at you. They probably felt so embarrassed
That it was only you.
to go through all that for one
I mean, I'm
guy.
sure it's 90% that, but still,
What do you think happens if no one walks in when they open?
they're like, phew.
Do
Yeah,
they
they
like
celebrate.
wait? Do you think they have to do that at the beginning of the day?
I
Like,
don't know.
they have to wait. Say it opens at 10
Yeah.
and nobody comes in till like 10:23. 23
Yeah, do they
minutes of just
stand in
hanging
that
out.
spot
That's
until-
what I think they do.
I
I
don't
think
know.
they wait until they can do their avatar speech.
But
Sivako.
it's
You
just
know-
weird because they told me like 10. They
Yeah.
told me 5 different terms, but then they were mad that I didn't say the first one.
And
Sivako.
clearly, they
I
didn't
don't
know who they were dealing with because you don't give a shit
Yeah.
about any of that stuff.
You skipped cutscenes. You weren't even paying attention to the first half of that speech.
Probably.
So I don't skip cut. What the fuck
I know
are you
that
talking
was.
about?
I said that for the
Sean's
purpose
not
of the
here.
joke.
That's
Sean's
a
not
diss.
here.
True,
Okay.
true. That
I
was
like
just.
I like that. That's the thing he got mad about.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I did it for the punchline on that one.
Excuse me. I don't fucking skip cutscenes.
I don't. Yeah, don't lump me in with those fucking normies. So anyway, so then I buy my food and I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. And then a family came in as I was like leaving, and I went, oh, you guys got to do it again. And they were like, what? Oh, and they didn't do it again.
No, they must do it only once a day.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
you get
that's
one.
it.
It's a ceremony. You're a rich bitch,
What?
and that's like rich person problems.
What? Did they have to speak on Pandora?
That you're the first person into the Avatar Land restaurant, and the whole staff did a ceremony for you, and you didn't care.
No, that's
at
early
all.
bird gets the worm.
You know, you know what? Breakfast. No, what would have been a rich bitch attitude about it is if I tweeted that, like, I had a Pandora breakfast today. They did the Sivako, and I didn't even fucking care. But no, I cared.
Yeah, he didn't tweet about it. He waited for the podcast.
No, I
and then
did
he-
tweet about it.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I did.
You're not helping
Actually did.
yourself. What
I
did you
no,
say?
because
you
I was
saved this.
sweating after that. It was so awkward.
Shawn,
so I tweeted. I was like,
Put the tweet on the screen right now.
I had a very awkward breakfast in Pandora today.
So what did you get in your bowl?
Yeah.
Oats? Oh,
Do
fuck.
they have a chicken quesadilla?
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Just a
I
second.
had moved on. I'm so far in the future. I wasn't even thinking about that
How did you
anymore.
get so
but
far in the
I
future?
had noodles. I had noodles. You pick your when you're in Pandora.
Yeah.
Okay. You pick your. No, that's the wrong code. You're not going to do anything.
You're gonna make him teleport to
No.
the command center.
No, the transport code is 259.
Oh, congrats.
There he goes.
That was it.
Everybody.
You just Grubhubbed another Sivako plate. It's on its way.
Those are those
that thing-
plastic? They
this
don't
has
have metal ones yet.
Metal too.
Oh,
No,
okay,
there's
cool.
die-cast. But
Nice.
this one has voice control, but it's all in Japanese, so I
Go ahead.
I
Okay, but what are the
imported it,
phrases
so-
since you know them?
Well,
Ohio
fortunately,
gozaimasu.
Rocco
Ohio
does speak
gozaimasu.
Japanese.
Nandesu? It's not working.
It's not, yeah.
There must be something wrong.
What- I
It's a
don't-
dialect thing.
I don't speak Japanese. What did you just say? Could we get a translation?
This is a morpher.
Sean-
This is
Sean
not a
will do it.
morpher.
What
this,
does the other one do?
This one increases their battle power while they're already morphed.
What's your current battle power, Rocco?
Well, here. You got a close up? All right. 1 is safe.
All right.
2 is only if you really need it. But if you hit 3,
like KO10
it's
type
like
stuff.
that could kill you. So don't unless you really have to.
Are you
I'm
man
not.
enough?
I'm okay.
By the end of
Come
this,
on.
by the end of the episode, we will hit 3.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Every time they have to use that, they end up hitting 3.
No. Well, they did at the end of the series.
They saved it.
okay.
Oh, wow.
That's the sound
You're like
of
Buzz
death.
Lightyear.
And
That's the sound of you dying. right?
No. That's the sound of I have power now. And then when they put it, and then when they jump in their mecha, they sit at the console and they
I thought that
take
was
it
level
off
3.
and they plug it into the console and it powers.
Do you think the Power Rangers ever tell stories about going to Avatar Land and the morpher falls off, and then they can't jump in the mech?
And their Sivako bowl, their power morpher drops
Oh,
off right in there.
That's where I left off. So when
Never
you eat in Pandora, you make a bowl. They ask what's your protein. I said beef and pork is
Pandora,
fine.
Florida.
They said what's your base, and I said noodles is fine. And then they said what's your sauce.
Yeah.
And I said, surprise me.
Sauce
I
boss
said,
here.
Hey,
Something I'd want to hear less.
I said, Navi, thrill me. And they just
Oh my
put some
God.
spicy sauce on it.
Are the costumes
sauce.
that I know some of the food service workers wear like a special outfit. Were they kind of like Pandoran costumes? How's that look?
No, they look like they're part of the Earth Federation
Earthly.
that came to.
all the good guys. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, so
well,
the high-tech
Avatar
guys?
Land technically takes place decades after the original movie because all that war stuff is over.
Not the remake.
There are humans that are trying to rehabilitate the planet,
Make
and
it
that's
better.
who's there now.
Okay.
And so they just have Earth.
That doesn't sound canon.
it doesn't sound interesting at all.
No, it is. Well, go there.
Yeah, Kevin's right. Movie's
I
not out
trust
yet.
JC.
You haven't seen sequels?
We were talking before the podcast started. It's been so long since the first Avatar came out, 10 years.
Yeah.
And they have 4 planned. There were 5, but I guess now there's 4. Something like that.
I think there's 4 total. Yeah.
Okay, 4 total. At this rate, it's going to be 50 years before all of these movies come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, well, I mean, that's if one came out this year, it would be 10 years, and it's not even coming out this
But
year.
wouldn't it be a James Cameron move that by the last one, he invents avatars so you won't be dead by the last one?
Whoa.
You think the
You're
James
really
Cameron
blue.
move for Avatar is to invent
It could be.
avatars?
No, he's saying, wouldn't that be cool?
If any director would do that, it would be him.
JC,
if any film director were to create continued life,
dude, on the 7th day, he's going to rise.
Yeah.
What?
who
Wouldn't it be him?
JC, James Cameron.
on the 7th
On
day?
the 7th day.
That's like a prophecy that real Cameron heads get into.
Because he dove to the bottom of the ocean. Why can't he do something crazy?
nice.
Yeah, like really extend life and
Yeah, make
we'll
a crazy
become,
new life form.
merge with AI. Who produced that? May I ask? Oh, that was Spielberg. Shit.
Yeah.
What?
Speaking of Spielberg,
Speaking of that,
have you guys seen this news story about
that guy.
Steven Spielberg is being like wanting to change the rules about Netflix movies being being nominated for Oscars?
It's
What are the
against
current rules? They can be?
Well, the current rules are it's just like they have to, as long as a movie plays in a theater at some point, it can be nominated. You know,
Okay.
that's
Well, that
all.
has nothing to do with Netflix.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about this news story, but
Okay.
The reason I want to bring it up is I've never seen more people not read the fucking article in my life. And I'm going to bring it up, but in bringing it up, I'm not agreeing with Steven Spielberg or disagreeing with him.
We'll be the judge of that.
But you tell me.
Okay. But before you, maybe you'll cover this,
Yes.
but what does he want to change the rules to be?
Yeah, so basically what he wants to do is he said that the way it is right now, Netflix is just making movies for their own service. And like for example, this year the movie Roma got nominated. That was a Netflix movie.
Right.
The theatrical run for that movie was like it played in a couple places once, like it played a couple days. Like it was a real they basically showed it in a theater once so that it could be nominated.
Just to pause real quick, that's
Loophole.
what Tommy Wiseau did with The Room, because he thought he would win Oscars, so he had
really?
to play for like 2 weeks, I
Yeah.
think is the minimum.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a major theater.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if it actually is that much.
Maybe not. Maybe
'cause
it's 2 days.
Yeah, Netflix had a really short engagement for Roma, and basically what he's saying is he's like, well, we don't nominate TV movies because they're on TV or whatever. It's a totally different system than Hollywood movies. They play by totally different rules. So all he said was we should find a common ground, basically. And what he suggested was let's have a Netflix movie at least be out 4 weeks. Like let's choose that, whatever. That's a number to where it can meet the criteria to be in theaters, and it's there for at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But the headline everywhere was Spielberg goes after Netflix movies. Spielberg aims to make it harder for Netflix to have a nominated movie. So everywhere I keep reading, old man yells at cloud. This guy's talking, really the guy who directed Ready Player One is talking shit on Roma. It's not, he didn't at all in any way. But every headline, and to be fair, I'm not just blaming the people who read this shit. It's the places that are posting it are making these sensational headlines. But all he's talked about was, maybe we should have like a 4-week process. And I honestly don't even know how I feel about that.
But like, I'm going to ask a question that I don't know if anyone has the answer to.
I bet I do.
Okay. Hey, Derek.
Okay.
Movies get released in limited release in December so they can be qualified for those Academy Awards, right?
Right.
What is the length of engagement that they have to be in theaters? If not Netflix movies, I'm talking about like, what was that DiCaprio movie that he won the Oscar for? I feel like Revenant.
Yeah.
I feel like was in theaters for like what, right before the end of December or something. Yeah. Like what was
Just
the
so
limited
qualified.
release? That's essentially.
But was that a limited release though?
Well,
I thought that was everywhere.
Just as an example,
Sure.
I'm saying in January these things come out wide, but they fly under the radar in December.
Right.
So what is the current system? How long does it have to be in a theater?
I
Not as
don't
a
know,
Netflix
but
movie,
there
just a
is a
regular
minimum
film.
requirement, and I believe it has to be in at least one theater. And I do think it is for like 2 weeks, but it may not even be that long.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it technically is. What's a week? Yeah, I think so.
So why does the rule have to be specific to Netflix?
I
get
think
it-
Steven Spielberg. Hey, first off, full disclosure, I love Steven Spielberg. I think
too.
he's like the greatest director of all time. Yeah.
Bold choice.
Bold choice. I know. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me on that one. But I do think that this seems like he's just trying to price out movies. If you don't have a budget to create a big... Well, first of all, he probably thinks that only big budget movies deserve to be nominated for Best Picture, which I disagree with.
That's not.
Yeah.
Well, no.
But then the money to get a movie in theaters and screen it, it just seems like there's a monetary thing here as opposed to a creative thing.
What
here.
it seemed to be, and this is what I understood it as. Was that the movies that are displayed theatrically go through such a system to get there that the thing is like for a movie to be in theaters, it has to meet so many different, play by so many different rules just to even get to that point. And what he's saying is that Netflix doesn't play by any of that. They only look at subscriber growth per month. So Alfonso Cuarón could film himself eating, soup or something and just put that up, and they don't care if that makes money or not. It's just, did subscribers go up this month for whatever reason? It's following a totally different system. And I think that all he's trying to say is that they should just play by one. They should have one common ground thing, that it meets one criteria for everything. Because right now, obviously, they don't put TV movies in there because they don't ever have to meet anything to be in a theater or whatever.
But also TV movies aren't that good. That's why they're TV movies.
Sure, that could be. But he never made any comment on like the quality of a Netflix movie. Like, well, yeah, they're shittier, so they shouldn't be. Whatever. I think that's what he's talking about. Again, I'm not even saying this like I agree with him, but I think it's more about keeping the competition fair among like who.
I don't know.
I don't think that is fair.
I think I agree with Derek.
I think the
it's
Oscars have a problem with nominating a lot of bullshit anyways.
Sure.
And a lot of just... I think movies get nominated if they're very financially successful, regardless of the artistic caliber of them.
Right.
And so to be mad that Roma got nominated because it wasn't screened in theaters for long enough... We could screen something in a theater. We could put Mega64 in a theater for 4 weeks if we had enough money to pay the theater to run it. And then you have a whole body of judges who are judging it, and then they decide whether it wins or not. How is that affected by how long it runs in a theater? The
Right.
people who are judging these films.
Right.
I feel like TV movies don't get nominated because they're just not good, and that's probably why they're TV movies, because a studio gets the script and like, we're not going to make this. But I think the argument that Netflix only cares about subscriber numbers, like what movie company doesn't want to just make a shit ton of money for themselves?
100%. Absolutely right.
What's the movie company out there that's like, this movie's going to flop, but it's fucking beautiful? I don't think that movie company exists right now. Maybe that is Netflix. Maybe Netflix has the freedom to put out stuff that they just care about creatively because they have this model that allows them to do that. That might actually be good for films.
I don't honestly know what I think. Like, the only thing I'm defending here is just that Steven Spielberg didn't say fuck Netflix. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, really, just people did not read that. Otherwise, I don't have really like a stance on it. And there were also a lot of like, I really have grown to hate the like Spielberg hate rebels. Like, this guy's so old and he hasn't even ever made a fucking good movie. Fuck E.T. It's like, that's not really a valid part of it either to me.
I love hating people for getting old. Like the person doing that is not going to get old one day.
Yeah.
Like fuck all those old guys. All right, I'll see you in 50 years, bro.
Yeah, really. I mean, I guess I understand it in the sense of if you think he's saying fuck Netflix, but he wasn't. So
I'll say,
You gonna say it? Get close up on your. Get real tight.
Don't burn any bridges.
I want to be on Netflix someday.
Yeah.
But Netflix is kind of boring. I feel like the only thing coming to Netflix is like British documentaries. And like 90s sitcoms. And then Netflix originals, which I don't think are very compelling.
No, I don't think. I'm trying to think of what Netflix originals are actually good.
Well, last week I gave a shout out to The Dangerous World of Comedy by Larry Charles. That was awesome.
Oh, is that a Netflix exclusive thing?
I believe that's a Netflix exclusive documentary. Okay. And I started watching the documentary on Studio 54, which was very fascinating. So I might have to eat my words a little
There's
bit.
some good stuff on there.
I do like Glow. Shout out to somebody in the chat who mentioned that. That show's awesome. But for the most part, I feel like it's just a lot of, look at this freakish person from England, like time and again. World's fattest people in England.
The algorithms got you. That's why
I
they're
think
showing you that stuff.
I think you got grabbed by the
I
one of
watched
those?
one video
Yeah.
about a guy who had a 50-pound tumor in his nutsack, and suddenly they think all I want to watch is these British freak shows.
Yeah, it's always in Britain.
How many of those videos did you watch, Garrett?
I watched one about weird tattoo obsessed people, and then
how's your algorithm?
it's all fucked up. I got like Kat Von D's show in my timeline.
You got Bondi
now.
Inc. coming up
It's
in
all
your
fucked up.
search
I
results.
don't care. I wanted to watch one thing while I ate dinner. 15-minute show.
Nope. Now that's all you want.
Yeah.
Idiot.
But I don't know. I always find something on Netflix. I was watching Schitt's Creek. That's on there now.
I've been
last
watching a lot of
podcast.
Hulu.
I go between the two. Those are the two I pay.
What's on Hulu?
What's on Hulu?
Yeah, what's on
Right
Hulu?
now, nothing. I'm on a Netflix.
Shark
binge.
Tank,
Ooh.
Seinfeld,
Okay.
My girlfriend watches The Housewives.
that Housewives. Rocco, did you
Housewives
watch
of
anything
Atlanta.
good this week? Any?
I watched the wrong Firefest documentary.
Oh,
God
no.
damn it.
No, somebody tweeted this,
How
and I
did
thought
you?
somebody else tweeted this. I'm not taking credit for it, but I thought it was really funny. That the Firefest documentaries are like barbecue places. No matter which one you went to the wrong one.
Man, that's
Right? No matter what. If you
great
say, "Oh yeah, check this out," oh, you didn't. Oh, no, you went to the wrong one.
I watched them both. They are equal. I think the Hulu one's
They were actually the same.
I think the Hulu one's a little bit
With
better,
just-
but
with a
they're
different
basically
name.
the
That's the trick.
same.
No one told you.
Yeah,
they were
no-
the same documentary twice.
I only watched one, but I tell everyone I watched them both.
That's smart. You're
And
smart.
I'm not going to tell you really which one I watched, but
Based on Frank's recommendation, Frank's not here this week, but last week he recommended Pen 15, and a lot of people have been saying it's good. I started
I watched
watching
some of that.
a little bit of the first episode, but I feel like there's so much stuff right now about being 12 years old.
Dude,
I'm not fucking
Yeah.
12 years old.
Everyone our age just figured out like, oh, what I did when I was 12, that's a childhood. I had a childhood. I should make a movie about being a child.
Like
Yeah.
8th grade
Yep.
and
what is that, 1998 or whatever the fuck that Jonah Hill
that
movie
Jonah
was?
All movie,
The
and now
Greta
Pen
Gerwig?
15, and like all
I
this.
didn't see the Jonah Hill thing.
all this stuff is just about like being 12 and 13, and I just feel like, hey, I did that. I survived being 12 and 13.
I think everyone just figured it out at the
I
same
need
time.
something good
Okay.
about being like 33
But
because I fucking need some guidance
Here's what
right now.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was bad. But what was?
No, I didn't think it was like bad.
Yeah.
necessarily.
But it is weird. No, what you're
It
saying
just
that
didn't
is odd.
hold my interest.
But what is weird about that show to me is that I didn't realize until I started watching it that the two lead actresses are like 30.
Yeah, they're like 30.
And everyone else is not. They're all like 12. And it was just real weird watching that premiere, and they're all like talking about how fucking hot this guy is. It was like, wow, okay, they went for it.
That's how they do.
Not
That's how
saying it's a
12-year-olds
bad show.
talk.
Not saying it's a bad show, but there's like, especially this is like the year of movie about being 12 years old.
I think
was-
I know.
yeah,
No,
that's
it started.
It was last
last
year.
year. Lady Bird was that
That's the
movie
one,
that
that's
was
the
nominated.
one that like kicked it off.
Yeah. Greta Gerwig, I think, is the director. It was good. I saw it in theaters. I liked it. But they're now,
In
we're
5
overrun.
years, it's going to be movies about being 17.
I was going to say
Right.
13.
Right. And that's I think that's just a cycle, and we're just in that part of the cycle right now.
The trend thing is weird, where all the studios go, okay, we're doing teen years now. We're doing
Oh yeah, Boyhood. That was
Yeah.
12. That was a 12 situation too.
that was
But
a
then they
12
were
situation.
really 12, and they filmed it at the time that
he was
were
the only
12.
he was the only one brave enough to do that.
Didn't you
Everyone
say
else
that
uses 30
movie
years old.
sucked?
What?
Didn't you say that movie sucked?
No, I
hard?
loved it.
Didn't you say you hated it?
No,
which one?
fuck
I
no.
remember you
Everyone
saying
bags
it's-
on me when I tell them
I
I
remember
loved
you
it.
saying it was shit.
No,
Sean, cut to that part.
no, I was fucking affected by it.
I'm just kidding.
affected
Yeah.
by
I know
what?
you loved it.
It was so, no. We've talked about that. I could never bring that movie up because every time I do, people fucking quote Red Letter Media and like dog on me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It made me fucking cry.
Oh, that's the
I don't
other
know what to tell you.
oversaturated market right now. Podcasts complaining about movies.
Yeah. So we're gonna stop.
Hey, Eric.
we're
What
gonna
do you
stop.
think you're doing?
Hey, Eric. We've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah.
We were first.
Godfather.
Whatever.
in.
Hey, man, whatever you say.
I have to
we were
balance.
first.
I have to balance out the hate with love. Godfather 1 and 2. Check them out tonight.
Bold.
Al dente.
3, some good scenes. Skip around.
Hang on. Why did you say
I
al
have a
dente?
theory about
'Cause he's-
Godfather.
Doing the Italian food thing. It's like perfect.
I don't even.
Perfectimo.
I don't
Hold
even
on.
want to say it.
Perfect-
Godfather
Perfectimo.
theory. What's the Godfather theory?
It's-
Vito is the one after all.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because everybody's just gonna shit on me and call me stupid. And
No
disagree
one,
with
no
me.
one on this set will call you stupid or disagree with you.
I
Go ahead.
reserve my.
Go ahead. I'm the nice one. Go ahead. I don't think no one can hear it. That was so good.
Godfather 1 is my favorite. It's perfect. Godfather 2 is half good. Godfather 3 is no good. And I think Vito's the only really interesting character in Godfather.
Vito.
And so the Vito parts in Godfather 2 rule. The Michael parts, I talked about this a few weeks ago privately. I don't enjoy them. I don't like the Michael parts. And then Godfather. Yeah, see, Eric, I know you're thinking I'm stupid.
I'm not even gonna waste my time on
yeah.
that one.
Wow.
Vito is the sauce, and everybody else is the crust. Thank
What
you.
food are you
I
eating?
told-
It's just
I'm
sauce
talking
and-
Italian food.
I told.
What sauce and crust? What is that?
He would
No
he would
cheese.
say these things to you on the day of your daughter's wedding.
I love the I love
on,
the
bud.
Vito flashbacks in Godfather 2, but
Those are great.
I don't like the 50s stuff.
The
all right.
the Godfather 2 is the best of the series for specifically
way. Number
for
one's the best.
It is my favorite specifically because one does have one brings character more to the table. 2 is more plot. But however, it's because of the characterization and the characters being so good in that first one that I feel intrinsically very connected to them. And the second one, Michael's storyline is such a slow twist of the dagger that it's heartbreaking to watch. If it was only itself on its own, I would say, yeah, maybe this isn't the most entertaining that it could be, but it's not on its own. It's mixed with the flashbacks from back then, and it's
Thank God
it's
we
the
got Vito.
combination of the two that make it such a tragic movie, seeing where it started and where it's ending. That's why that's my favorite.
Nice.
That's well said.
Okay, that's why it's Rocco's favorite.
But Derek likes the sauce, but not the crust.
I'm a sauce man. Rocco's a crust man.
Rocco says thrill me when it comes to sauce. He's not discerning. He just says, do it to me, Avatar.
Paisan, you want we put extra cheese? Yeah. You want a pepperoni? Yeah. You want sauce? Paisan, thrill me.
I think that I even think Michael is he's a more interesting character in the first one too. I think he has more dimensions. He's a little flat in number 2. He's the bad guy. You know, he's just he's too mean, you know. He's too mean.
I disagree.
You think he's nice?
I don't think that he's nice. I think that this is a guy who now has everything on his shoulders and is trying he's trying to keep this thing that he knows as family together, but his problem is that his perspective of family has left him.
I think that
and it's constantly trying, and he's trying to keep connections that his father made, and he doesn't even know what made those connections in the first place. And so it's constantly trying to tap dance around the other person that he's dealing with. And yeah,
I see him as power hungry, and he's power hungry and controlling, and that's his character. Power hungry and controlling. And everything he does in that film comes from a place of I'm the boss now, and you're going to have to do what I say. And yeah, some people push back against that, but he just pushes harder and overcomes them. Why I love Vito as a character, and it took me a while. I've seen The Godfather many times throughout my life, but as I get older, I appreciate Vito more and more because Vito legitimately cares about people. Vito has compassion for the community and for his family, but he is a bad guy. He is a robber and a murderer, but he kind of has this weird justification for it that comes from a good place, and I don't get that with Michael in number 2. I do get that with Michael in number 1 because you kind of see that transition of I don't want to be a part of this family. Don't judge me by my family, and then he slowly gets sucked in.
But isn't that the second one? Is the continuation of that character of doing?
I think
the justification is keeping the family. He's doing what he thought his father was doing, was keeping the family together, but he was wrong in thinking that he was only doing part of what his father did. And I think that that's the slow burn of that movie into 3, and that's why everything falls apart.
Michael has a character arc, and in number 2, he's like already at the end of the arc, you know?
I see how it seems that way, but I definitely get that.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot more subtle shit in 2 that I really like. Yeah. And again, juxtaposed against the amazing flashbacks.
The flashbacks are the best part because
Yeah.
it's Vito, man.
So I'm part 2. Part 2 has always been my favorite.
I get it.
I want people to email us and tell us which one you like.
I can bring this back around to gaming real easy.
All right, cool.
Thank God.
You're a solid
the
Snake
Godfather
fan,
video game.
and you're a Big Boss fan.
Okay.
That's how it all comes together.
Derek,
I've gotten to the bottom.
You got
of
that
it.
now?
You guys can shake hands on that,
All
right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Can
can
you guys-
agree to that.
Can you
It's
guys
all
shake hands
still
on that?
Solid Snake.
No.
He won't shake hands.
No.
I could agree to that.
All right.
What are you, Garrett?
Solid dust.
The Ocelot.
All right, pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of gaming, this is the number 1 video game podcast on the internet. I played a video game last week, and I tweeted about it. Yeah.
You said you were on a hiatus.
I know, but I had to break my sabbatical. I did play the Duck Hunt arcade game at a bar and got top score, baby. Woo!
This is why he plays. He's a
Fucking
competitive
ducks.
player.
199,000 points, level 10 on Duck Hunt. I kill it at Duck Hunt.
True gamers.
What?
You're a true gamer.
Yeah, he's an arcade gamer. That's like the truest, most OG form.
Yeah, I'm a first-person shooter.
Wow.
And I'm thinking about playing console games again soon. I ordered a PS1 Classic off Amazon.
You did.
Should be here by Tuesday.
That's so funny. Shawn just got one too.
Sean inspired me to get one.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, because they're only $50.
Yeah, actually mine was 40, and I saw. I'm
yeah.
most excited to play Cool Borders 2.
Oh,
yeah. Yagi.
What's the best game on that, Rocco?
Probably Metal Gear. You asked Rocco.
I mean,
you don't have one yet.
You know, Final Fantasy VII probably, but I'm not really honestly one that's just casual to pick up. Mr. Driller.
You know,
Mr. Driller is
yeah.
such a great puzzle game.
I've
That
never
game's louder than all the rest of them too, for some reason.
Yeah, that game is 10 times
Why is it
louder
so
than
fucking
anything.
loud?
Yeah, bro, turn it up.
I've never played Final Fantasy VII. Do you think I'll enjoy it? Knowing me and knowing that I've no context for it.
I just feel like I know it seems
Is your morpher going off again?
Yeah, sorry. There's a monster attacking Angel Grove.
Oh shit! he knew the city. That was,
Rita
Rocco,
Repulse is
teleport.
on it again.
that was pretty good. You know, it sounds petty,
Yeah.
but it really is visually very hard to look at. Like even when it
Yeah.
came out, it was ooh god.
You know,
these
all
characters-
those games are.
Sure, but that one
Yeah.
especially is like everyone looks like a broken Popeye. But seriously, like they have these fucking arms and
No,
shit.
it's beautiful.
But it's I mean it's a classic. I don't know.
Historically significant.
It might be hard. It might be hard to get through. But you know what, Derek? In all honesty, that game was also released on PS4. Like they did like a classic thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's great having it on there because they give you bonus controls. Like, oh, you could fast forward this part. Walking all the way through here is slow. You could fast forward. You could like do all these mods to the game. And so I think it's more fun playing with that. But on the PlayStation Classic is the original thing. So
On the
I
Super
don't know.
NES Classic, they had Final Fantasy 3, I believe. Am I right?
yeah.
I tried playing that, but I couldn't get into it. I played all of Metroid, Super Metroid, which was awesome. And then
Yeah.
I was like, next one I'm going to do is Final Fantasy. And then I played it for like a couple of hours and I turned it off and I never went back to the
How
Super
could
Nintendo.
now? What was it? What put you off about it?
Is it the looks? The
Honestly,
battle?
this is what happened. And this is nobody's fault. It's an old game, but I played it for about 2 hours and then I ended up dying. And I guess I hadn't saved.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it
yeah.
sent me back to the beginning of the game. And it's like, I'm not doing that 2 hour shit again.
Yeah. Well, Final Fantasy, all the Final Fantasy games are save point based. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Which I didn't know.
Gotta visit
yeah,
that in.
and honestly, I think that's a big difference, Derek, between me and you when it comes to video games. Is those games, I was raised on those games.
Yeah.
So I have grown up with. Okay, I'm going to do this. Where's the save point? I'm back there. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to do this. Okay, now I'm going to go all the way back to the save point. Great. And so that way, if I ever die, it's like I don't repeat anything.
I don't ever think to save.
Yeah. So I remember when Dead Rising came out, you and Shawn were like, fuck this fucking game.
I hated that
What
game.
the fuck? I killed 800 bosses. I did whatever, and I fucking lost it all. And
That
I'm like,
game screwed me.
and
so many
that
times.
game, when I played, I was, all right, I went over here, walk all the way back to the bathroom. Save. Okay, let me do this. Walk all the way back to the bathroom. I did that every time. I was just raised that way, you know. So
I could
Yeah.
get into that mode.
Sure,
I
I'm
just
sure,
didn't know
I'm
that
sure.
was
Of course.
that was the deal. And so
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
not-
I probably played maybe even three and a half hours, and then it sent me all the way back to the fucking
Yeah.
the title crawl.
Yeah.
It's giving me the story. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding
Oh,
me
I
right
never would have revisited it if it did that to
And
me.
Luckily,
You got
Super
save
Nintendo.
states.
Yeah, Super Nintendo does have a save state, but they have that like rewind.
Yeah.
and you can load past.
That's a
things.
good point. Yeah, you could save state the shit out of that game very easily. And I do a save state before any boss. So you die, you go right
Yeah.
back to so.
So, but yeah, I mean, I could progress and get around that problem, but it left such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, but I just put it down like, I'll
Yeah.
come back to this later, and I never did.
Yeah, 7 is a classic. I would recommend you at least try it. Just and you'll get such a flavor of what the whole game kind of is in the beginning parts. I mean,
Yeah.
there's great shit later on, but that you'll it's worth at least starting it.
It doesn't have a long tutorial. It's kind of like jumps into the action. That
Yeah,
game.
that's
It's great.
actually the one Final Fantasy the most that jumps in. I'm playing 9 right now because they released it on Switch. They put it on Switch, and it reminded me that I'm playing it, and it's like, oh, we're doing a play. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, 7 is really the only one that starts with the action. Literally, the moment the game begins.
Hell
It's
yeah.
okay, shit's hitting the fan, go. Because 8, like I like 8, but
You're in school.
Yeah, you're at school. Oh, you better show up for class on time.
I got distracted by playing the
Oh,
card
man.
game too.
Isn't that what Persona is?
Persona?
I didn't.
Is
Play
Persona you started
Don't-
school
Yeah,
too?
don't you go to school?
Yeah. Oh, so that's funny. The Persona 1 is on the PlayStation Classic, and
yeah.
I played a couple hours of it, which is funny because I really enjoy telling people I played more of that than like 5 because I haven't played 5 yet.
Yeah.
And you just get that reaction like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But I will play. Hey, when 5 comes to Switch, I'll play the whole damn thing. But it was the first one, man, was weird.
Well, the new one you go to school, maybe. I haven't played it.
I think all of them you're going to school.
Oh, that's great.
I think.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people hated high school. Why'd they want to go back?
Rocco?
I didn't hate high school.
I didn't either, but I hear that
I
from so
hated
many
school
people.
in general, but I hated high school probably the least. Junior high was peak shit school for me. Fuck junior high. That sucked. But high school, I had good experiences. But in general, I didn't like school.
What was your favorite subject?
I mean, other than theater,
Yeah.
I don't.
Favorite
English.
2
I was good at
subjects.
English. What?
Favorite 2 subjects.
I was good at English. I was great at math, and then I've already talked about this. Then once it hit like theoretical shit, my brain went, and I never understood it again.
dude.
But English, I've always been good at in terms of like writing.
Is there
whatever.
a word you would use to describe math, like a way you felt about it, like how cool it is?
If this button if there was a 0 button, I would have hit that. 'Cause
Is
that's
anyone
less than 1?
picking up when I'm laying down so you
Yeah,
can just say
math
math
rocks.
rocks so you can plug the shirt that you're shipping out?
It's not for sale.
Yeah, it's not for sale.
We're not
anymore.
gonna plug shit.
I already
people can't
I already
buy.
tweeted out. It's shipping out.
Hey, speaking of shit people can buy,
Yeah.
What can they buy?
let's hit him with the new 64-hour special.
There
Hey,
you
we
go.
we do have a new 64-hour special. Guess what? It's ready to go.
We heard the demands.
A lot of people were asking for it, and hey, listen, this one's gonna go down quick. Well, I guess it has to be 64 hours. This could be a 64.
You're gonna know
Hey,
what we mean in just a second.
all that math
This
shit
could
he
be a
hated.
64-minute special. No promises.
Yes, if
but
the lawyers come at us.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 64 hours, the Suck It shirt is now
Oh.
at shop.mega64.com.
It's out.
Shop.mega64.com. Only for the next 64 hours. You can get that, and then it's gone, and we burn every trace of it.
Seafood play?
But yeah, it's a very famous design in Paris.
Yep.
Very famous
Very
design.
famous.
That
in
is
Paris.
that's the Parisian style right now. Paris is always ahead in fashion, and they're really into popular character knows how to suck it, and he does it well.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
They
we're
have a
really
whole
bringing
line
this-
of it.
We're bringing this to America. We're on the forefront once again. Pretty soon, you're going to be seeing all your favorite characters know how to suck
Cat
it.
in the Hat.
Yeah, Batman knows how to suck
Batman, Borat.
Strawberry
you
shortcake.
know-
Well, maybe not.
Your examples were Cat in the Hat, Batman, and Borat.
well, I'm
yeah.
just giving. I'm all over the
All the
spectrum.
IPs, Eric. They know.
Chat's got some good. Shrek knows how to suck it. Great suggestion. Goku knows how to suck it.
Yeah.
Eric, what's the most famous character from Rooster Teeth, or who sucks it well?
You could say, you want to say who's red versus, you just say Gus. You just say Gus.
All right,
Gus.
Gus knows how to suck it, and he does it well. But we're starting off
it's
with the mouse,
Well, there you
the
have it.
mouse of the
Gus's
house.
head.
So check it out,
Perfect.
shop.mega64.com. And also, if you like our show, be sure to swing by patreon.com/mega64, where actually there's a new friend dimension right now. We played Jump Force.
Yeah.
And
Oh, cool. How
we
was
won't
that?
we won't reveal anything in it, but let's just say we weren't prepared.
Yeah,
So check
blew,
that out.
Blew our minds.
This is the mind blower episode.
Can't wait to see that.
And and these are all great things to check out. And also, if you're watching on Twitch right now, guess what? You were unsubbed. It's a new
Oh,
month.
no way.
It's a new month. They just unsubbed you. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime subscription every month. You know what? Give us yours, and you're going to get stuff, and then we get stuff. Everybody gets stuff. Everyone's happy. I'm seeing a lot of people do it right
Oh, they're
now.
subbing right now.
We
Hell
always
yeah.
appreciate
Why,
that.
Stocks
why
are
would
up.
Twitch do that to you?
I don't Twitch
Specifically to you.
They're Twitchy, Tiny Dog Friend. That's a great name. They just subbed. So anyway, Paul
wait.
Pierce the
Oh,
fourth.
geez. Breaking news.
Brother Man
Hugh
Phil.
Jackman just announced Logan knows how to suck it.
Whoa!
He must have seen the same
Wait,
stuff from
does
Paris.
Hold on. Does he do it well?
He must, dude. He's Wolverine.
Wolverine sucks it well.
Nice.
Wow.
He's got that healing ability, so he can suck hard.
Yeah. Who's the X-Men with the most sucking ability?
Storm.
Other than Wolverine?
Storm?
Well,
Yeah.
can't
She'll make a hurricane
Wait,
come
what's her
suck
name?
you off.
Storm?
Yeah, she'll fucking summon down a category
can
5.
have a
She has a tornado
she can put
coming
a
out of her
tornado.
mouth.
Oh no! A category 5 directly on my dick.
Yeah.
What?
Yo,
Storm definitely.
Yo,
is
this
the best.
this suck job is a category 5. Somebody tie a belt to a pipe because this is a category 5 suck job here. Dude, someone totally got it. Someone in the chat nailed it. Magneto, dude. You know how you eat a lot of
He's
He's about to say, he's about to say inject something in your dick.
Hold on.
Oh.
If you
you're a veteran.
Everyone out there, everyone knows you have pineapple juice. How how it tastes, whatever.
Everybody
What
knows
does that
that.
mean?
knows
Keep going.
that.
What does
You
that
got a
mean?
tasty load, okay? All right. Don't laugh at that. This is medical. Okay.
Technical.
If
This
you
is
drink
medical.
This is.
something
Strong
with
as
a
a doctor.
lot of iron in it, drink something. So
Uh-oh.
that's what Magneto does. He says, "Hey, drink this. It's got a lot of iron. You're gonna love this." And you drink it, and then all he has to do is go like that.
Well, that's not sucking, dude. That's a hand job.
That you won't. Hey, once he does it to you, you won't be complaining.
That's not sucking.
What?
Okay.
I think you know what? Professor X, because no matter how hard he's sucking it, he can project into your mind. You might be convinced he's sucking it way harder than he actually is with
Yeah.
that mental shit.
See, there's
Beast.
a lot of safe ways to do
Oh,
it.
wait. I agree with Garrett.
Beast will
Flat
just get
out.
hungry and bite that fucker
Yeah.
off.
Beast has the strongest mouth muscles.
But
of
can't
all the
maybe
X-Men.
Mystique? Okay, you might be get your mind out of the gutter. You're thinking, oh yeah, Mystique, what? Because she's hot? No, she can become a vacuum.
I didn't think about that, but all right.
How and
She doesn't- wait
and
a minute.
What? Hold on,
Wait
not
a minute.
and not just a vacuum with maximum suck knots.
Bro, she can't turn into inanimate objects. She can turn into other
Yeah.
people.
All right, well, maybe in your little
Well,
world.
vacuum that could suck your dick it doesn't sound very inanimate to me.
Well, a vacuum that can suck your dick sounds like something that you could just get from
Okay.
a vacuum.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Jordan,
sorry,
hold
Eric.
on.
I forgot to say a mutant vacuum.
Hold on,
okay?
Jordan. Yeah, which is better. I said maximum suck knots, didn't I?
You did.
You guys got wax in your fucking ears?
You did.
Jordan Jones in the chat says she couldn't do that. I'm gonna have him demodded after the show.
Get rid
because
of that
that's-
status.
I'm
for
not.
you.
I'm done with the negativity. This is a posy vibes only show.
I'm still thinking about how Storm can just make a hurricane on your dick.
Yeah.
Really, we had
Doesn't
the
even have to
right
get her
answer
hands
was
dirty.
the first one.
No, I'm going with Beast, dude. You nailed it. Beast.
You think Beast?
Based on what? Just like his strong cat lips?
Yeah, strongest
Oh,
mouth
he
muscles.
He like licks it with like his little
No,
cat tongue.
Yeah.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
that
I
only
didn't even
goes
think
one
of
way.
the lips. You're
Beast-
right. Biggest DSLs.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer.
But look, think about this.
Kelsey Grammer's got. Whether,
he's-
hey,
he's more
whether
of a
you
toss
look,
salads guy,
Hey,
but
hold
whatever.
on. Whether you swing, let me just get my point across. Whether you swing that way or not, he's got them DSLs.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. And they talk about sucking it till you're blue in the face. Beast is fucking ready to go.
Already.
Toss salad and scrambled eggs. They're call it again.
Dick and balls. That's what that means.
All right.
Cool. Well,
You're welcome. Everybody at home.
See, this
Yeah,
is,
you're welcome.
you know, Sean wouldn't let us talk about
That's
that.
true. Sean would not
If he
let
was
us.
here, he'd be like, oh my God, can I leave? Is it okay to leave? Can I pee now?
I Google searched strongest sucking mutant. I got some stupid top 10 list.
all right.
Yeah.
Hit us with it.
Yeah, it's not loading.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah,
Not
I'll let you
loading.
know.
I really just wanted to know number one.
I'll try to. It's a fucking
Thanos.
slideshow bullshit.
Oh,
list. I hate.
we call that a
yeah.
listicle.
Yeah, nustical.
Oh.
yeah.
It's a new term. I
Winner
invented.
list is going to fade from popularity. I'm over him.
I
want the top one.
Like the idea of
when
lists.
history
Oh, you
ends.
just want the one.
I just want the most best.
when
I'm not
culture
looking
collapses.
for
I was good with
last
Schindler's.
place.
That's
Sirius XM
Well,
is doing a
that's not
top
funny.
1,000 rock hits of all
No,
time.
the movie.
Yeah.
They should have just played number one.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's Thriller. Just play it and get it done
Who
with.
cares about 274? Not me.
I agree. Just
Play
play the
number
best
one.
one. Put number one on repeat.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear the
A
shit.
1,000 times.
Yeah, I always love when someone like Rolling Stone does like the top 500 songs of all time or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I really want to know what number 416 is. It was Genie in a Bottle. I agree. Like,
Skip ahead.
give me your top 20, bro.
Give me number one. Get 20 out of here.
whenever there's a list like that of like the top games of all time, I always feel like there's no point in doing it. Like there's no winning that because
it's been the same forever.
What
too.
criteria? Because it's like you'd be just as justified picking like Pong as you would be like Mario. Because they're both this influential thing. So it's like, but are you basing it off influential or do you put Red Dead Redemption 2 because it's got like the most shit in it? Do you know what I mean?
In addition to that, every list like that, number one is always a fucking out of left field. The author just wanted to be cute. Like, I actually thought more about games than any of you. And that's why I picked,
it's like Overwatch bullshit.
Overwatch bullshit. Yeah. And they... Oftentimes, I see this. Number one, they go, well, any of the last 5 I picked could have been number 1. Okay, well, then maybe you shouldn't be making a list.
I'm curious out there. I am curious, and to you guys too.
All right.
When I say the greatest game of all time,
Yeah.
what is actually the game that pops into your mind? Like, that's the one with the statue. What is the thing
it's
that
what
pops
I
into your
always.
mind?
What the
Whoa,
fuck?
God!
You're an asshole.
Zelda,
What the fuck
Sneaky
did you just
asshole.
say?
you
Jesus.
dick! You gave me a heart attack.
Fucking
Fucked up.
dickhead.
Oh my!
You haven't been on set the whole time?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was this?
Why are
then?
you out of breath?
This is how he shows up. He's always out of breath.
Zelda's number 1.
That's
huh?
for me.
Well,
Well, what? You can't just say Zelda. I mean,
Breath
there's
of the Wild,
more.
I told
There's
you.
more
It's-
than one,
hey,
dude.
brand new favorite.
I'm sorry. You said Zelda in the one we were
Best Star
supposed
Wars,
to
The
think
Last
you
Jedi,
chose.
the newest one.
the newest one.
Yes, I will argue to the death about it.
Zelda, Breath of the Wild is the newest one that I would even consider putting in like my top 10 or whatever. And I think I would put it in my top 10, but it wouldn't be my number 1. But the thing that comes to mind, I wouldn't even pick it as my personal number 1, but I think Super Mario Brothers. When somebody says the greatest game of all time, I just think Super Mario Brothers because that was such a like blueprint. You know what I mean?
The first one?
Yeah, the original Super Mario Brothers.
Whenever-
That's what I think of, but I don't think that's my favorite of all time. That's just what comes to mind.
Whenever I would read those lists, like in my magazine, because back in the gaming mag days, I always thought Final Fantasy VII finished number 1, if not like it was always in the top 5.
Yeah, it was there a lot.
And I don't know. I think that one I probably when you said best video game
That
of all
popped
time,
into your head.
Final Fantasy VII popped into my head, and it's not my favorite, but that pops.
That's
into my head.
same with me and Mario.
Yeah.
That one's not my favorite, but
That's hard to argue though too. Super Mario Brothers for NES. That's huge.
There were a lot of lists that would very commonly put Tetris there too. And
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I think that's a pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but have you played Apex Legends?
Yeah, I guess. All right, I
morning.
feel like the criteria, if you're going to give it to Mario, greatest game of all time, then your criteria has to be biggest cultural impact.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Is like, yeah, is that what it is? I don't know. I
think
guess
so. But what? Yeah, but do I say like personal favorite because Mario's not like
No,
my
it's-
go-to game?
No,
it's
I
gotta
love
be-
it. Don't get me
It's got
wrong.
to be
but
overall.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
it's-
mine.
What's the one that you would argue? What's the one that you would pick?
I don't like to
based
argue.
on like your own criteria. It could be your favorite.
Fortnite.
I mean,
That's the newest one.
Most
Now,
biggest
I
selling.
think, okay, well, this is what I think. It's a hard question to answer because as time goes on, tastes change. Like
Sure.
innovations change. And
Yeah, games are kind of different than movies in that way.
Yeah. Well, no, I think even the same thing with movies.
Sure.
I think that you have to judge stuff in eras.
Okay.
And first you have to define what the eras are, and I don't even know where to begin with that. Perhaps you could say consoles are an era. You could go by decades. Mario is definitely, if you're talking the era of like 1980 to, I would say even 2000, 20 years. Yeah, probably Mario. But you could even, some could even argue Mario 64 because it ushered in the 3D era of
Sure.
games.
That's a good point.
I always get shit. This is the last thing I will say. It's not my favorite game ever, but I feel like I really think, and I've said this in the past and I got shit for it, Minecraft is the Mario of our era. As
I could see
far
that in a lot of
as
ways.
cultural impact,
Yeah.
longevity, ancillary toys, and just really like
Proliferation. It was on every
Just what it
system.
spawned. What was born out of it?
Minecraft
was,
is still extremely popular here, like 12 years after it was like first released. It's still going strong. I mean, it's going on 15 years of not market domination, but it's up there. It's a top selling game
Has
still.
it been around that long though? I don't know.
Didn't it come out 2007?
I don't know.
What was? Let me chat. What was the first year Minecraft came out?
Chad is on it.
Some people are saying World of Warcraft, but I even feel like World of Warcraft kind of died out. 2009.
Yeah,
so
there was
10 years.
There was some kind of early in some form in 2009. Yeah, so
10,
a decade. Yeah,
10 years of Minecraft being popular as fuck.
But what would be your But straight up, what would be your pick for like your favorite game of all
Yeah,
time?
because that's the thing is like when people say like, "What's your favorite movie?" to me, I say Back to the Future. I don't think that's the best movie ever made.
Yeah, you're not speaking for the
I
world.
admit
there.
it's not, but for me, I like every beat of it. I love it. You know,
Sure.
so like that's my
Front to
thing.
back.
Right.
My favorite game of all time, it would
What
be
pops into your head?
It would be a toss-up between Super Smash Brothers Melee and Fallout 3.
Really?
Only because of my personal experiences
Right.
playing that game.
Yeah, but that's all. Yeah,
But that
that's
works.
Right.
That's fine.
Like number of time dedicated to playing that game and like totally capturing my imagination.
Sure.
All I could think about all day was getting home and playing those games.
Yeah.
And it was like a significant amount of time in my life was dedicated to feeling that way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I had Smash Brothers, Melee, and Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
Are probably my two.
Really?
hey, whatever the first Fallout you play is
Fallout
your
New
favorite.
Vegas was the first one I played.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever the first
It
one
was
you play is
awesome.
going to be your favorite because you can't. Every Fallout is the same experience with a different story.
All right, I'm playing 76, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I gotta go 76, newest one.
Man.
I would have to say Final Fantasy IV is probably still my favorite because that was one that like my whole fucking family played when it came out, and that was like I was at school thinking about what's gonna happen next in the story. Oh shit! Oh my gosh! Is that guy really Cecil's brother? Oh my god! When I go home, I can't wait to find out about. You know what I mean? It was like a very like pivotal moment.
You ever
for me,
have that
so-
feeling when you love a game and you sit down to play it and you turn it on and it's loading and you start to get that like anticipation inside your chest, like, oh fuck, dude, the night is just starting. I have nothing but free time for the next 10 hours, and I'm gonna play the fuck out of this video game. I miss that feeling.
The last time I had that, it's few and far between now, but I did have that with Zelda. With that last Zelda, when I had like a day off or
Was that
something.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. When I turned that on, it was like, oh, I have nothing else to do today, and I was excited. And then before that, I had it with the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And then before that, it had probably been like decades since I had.
And I think that's I said Final Fantasy VII best, just in a general,
Sure.
sense. But I think Resident Evil 1, and I flip-flop always between that and the remake of 1, but I'll go with Resident Evil 1, but Metal Gear Phantom Pain.
Those are your personal
Those are my
calls for
personal
greatest games ever?
Right now, 2 favorite video games.
I mean, I've never seen anyone play any game more than Garrett and the Phantom Pain. That was like, the clock on that game is broken.
Yeah.
Uh,
How did you like Resident Evil 2 remake?
Oh, I'm still having a blast with it.
Did you beat it?
I beat it this week. I got like the true ending. I beat Leon. Like I played Claire first, so I beat my Leon campaign, and then now I started doing like the Ghost Survivors and the Hunk run. I feel like the Hunk run is easier than the Ghost Survivor stuff. That is fucking insanely difficult.
The Hunk Run sounds like a marathon.
The Hunk run,
During Pride.
where it's just a bunch of manly guys without shirts
I
on.
finished the joke for you, Rocco. And
Oh, I was just gonna say that I joined.
He heads it.
It's okay.
it still works. The joke still works.
You play as Hunk and it's like a mercenaries thing?
You go back through the sewers to get extracted after you recover the G virus. So it's like working your way backwards from the Claire and Leon campaigns.
Oh, cool.
But no item pickups.
Whoa.
You start off with a pretty loaded out inventory, but yeah, it's rough. No save points or anything. It's just kind of like a best time, learn where the enemies are.
How long is it?
I mean, you got to backtrack through the whole game, basically. Like from Nest, through the sewers, back up through into the... Everything's open, though, because they've already done the puzzles. So it's no puzzles. It's just a shit ton of enemies. I can't say that I've even done it yet. So I probably died once I got into the sewers with the G virus mutated enemies. And then that was probably like only 10 minutes in for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sean, I forgot that you showed up.
Hi. I'm here.
Where were you?
I was dealing with my fucking car.
Wait
I
a
had
minute.
I had a lame.
Your Tesla?
My Tesla. I got it home. First off, Southwest fucked me.
Oh, come on.
No.
Sean already did that.
Oh, you did?
We covered it.
I wasn't watching.
Yeah, you missed
don't
the
have to
Avatar
cover-
story.
You don't have
but
to.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
dude, I ate breakfast on Pandora, and it was such a
Yeah,
it was
and
so-
and
Pandora,
honestly,
Florida.
the way they
Bullshit.
treated him was fucking awful.
Well, I can't wait to edit this and learn all about
They
it.
did a whole ceremony and he shit on it.
My car,
Sivaco.
it was making this terrible grinding sound, like, and so I'm like, shit, like it's 5:15. Okay, I'm gonna take this tire off and see, like, check the rotor, check the brake pads, just see real quick if anything's stuck in there. I don't know.
Dang, buff.
Thank you. So I got my jack out and I'm
Oh,
like,
Jack, never mind. Take it back.
and then I jack out my car. This jack fucking sucks, and I'm like trying to like have it not fall on me.
Yeah.
And then so
Not the first time you said that.
I finally
You get it lifted.
Sean,
I
this was
got
me
it
with the-
lifted,
this was
but
me
by the
with
time
the
I got
Pandora
lifted is when I
story.
texted the group like, "Hey guys, I don't know, my car's fucked. I'm looking at it."
Yeah.
And so then I get the tire off. And I'm looking at the rotors seem fine. I'm like, I'll check the brake pads. And the second I do it, the jack starts falling. And so
Shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm a dumb person.
Are you out of the way?
No.
I hope you're
My
not.
reaction
say
is
that.
I need to catch this.
No.
Car.
Well, Derek
Oh,
believed
God.
in you. Derek
Okay.
thought that you could lift it.
I go back. He is buff.
Yeah, see?
Damn.
Buff after all.
You didn't like block it up or put some kind of safety.
No, I
precautions?
have.
No, he hardly used
I
the
had those
jack.
jack stands. Like the
Oh, that's good.
yeah, but my car is so low to the ground that I couldn't get him underneath the car.
So you just had the jack.
So they
stands.
were literally next to the jack that fell over.
Fuck.
And so I at the last second get my fingers out of the way, and then my rotor just hits the ground.
Yeah.
And then like I just look at the situation like, well, my jack's wedged underneath the car, and I'm just like, I don't even know how to get out of this one.
Were
So-
you at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
In
I
the
was-
driveway? Or
Yeah, I was in
the
the
street?
driveway.
Okay, that's
In the
better.
driveway. So anyways, got my other car as jack out and jacked it up, and then took the tire back on, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Drove it here. And it
I
was
did not
fine?
drive it here. I have to deal with it tomorrow. I just
Do
realized.
you think that the rotor's damaged from hitting the cement?
I thought it would be, but
Do you think
It
it's
probably
not?
looks okay though, huh?
it looks okay.
Yeah.
Put
But
that tire
do you
back
think
on,
it's
it's fine.
okay?
Yeah, because it'll just work a new groove into your brake pad wherever that little ding is, if there even is a ding.
I don't know
If
a
there
lot
even
of.
is a brake pad.
There is a brake pad, and while we
Were they-
while the car was on the ground, I was like,
Funny
well, I
story.
guess I could check the brake pads now. Like,
Yeah, were they low? Is that what the problem was?
no, everything is fine. I don't know why it's making that sound.
I'd take it to a mechanic.
No,
Yeah.
Derek, gotta disagree. I think the way it's being handled right now is.
I'm the kind of
I've
guy.
taken
Sean's DIY.
When something goes wrong with my car, I just go to somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
No, you're right. I should have done that. I've taken a tire off a car countless times. Never had this happen before. So I thought like, oh, this is an easy thing. I can look at this real quick. I should still get to the podcast in time. I'll either take this car or my other car. It's fine. I didn't anticipate.
didn't
it falling.
didn't happen that way today.
My hand's still shaking because like the whole like falling catching thing, like it fucked me up.
you're
fucking
sore from
scary.
carrying the car.
It sucked, and then right as that happened is when Jenny and the kids came out to check on me and see if they could do anything for me, like give me drinks and anything like that. And they
Embarrassing.
saw everything, and then like the kids screamed. And it was a bummer.
My brother had a thing with his car, a problem with his car once, where like it might have just been a flat tire, I don't know, but his friend was like, in terms of just like jacking the car up, his friend was like, I know how to do that. Like, don't worry about it. I got this.
Yeah.
And he like jacked the car in the wrong spot or something. And
Oh,
it, like,
no.
I think
so
it
the
like
fra- so the
it
frame's
really fucked the car up.
You gotta hit the frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a major issue. Like it
tore
like
his bumper
wrecked
off?
the car.
Yeah, because that I know how to do.
Yeah.
I can jack the car. I can't get the car jacked.
I just never thought about that. Like I just, I mean, I never done that before. I didn't realize. Yeah, you can severely fuck up your car if you don't do
you
that
can.
correctly.
I like the chat that said Shawn is so rich he owns multiple cars.
See,
Damn,
Is
you're
this what
ballin'.
they do on the Rooster Teeth podcast? Talk about their 2007 Hondas. They do the same thing. Talk about their
No,
No,
we,
no,
we all
Teslas.
have Teslas.
Ow.
It's a different-
that's your spare
Austin's
car.
crazy.
You already
Yeah.
said you drove your other car here. What's your other car?
it's charging.
Tesla.
It's a Tesla.
See, you
What's the expensive one? I have that one.
okay?
We have a '93 Toyota Tercel.
That's what all rich
and
guys
Tesla.
say.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
expensive.
You want to know what kind of
weekend
car I
car.
have? What's the expensive one? That's the one
I got that one.
Gentlemen, do not say prices.
Well, you came for the end.
Yeah, the joke was, I was like, I'm still gonna go because Eric's here. I want to like be here for a little bit of it, and I was gonna run in to say goodnight, but
I didn't even look, and I seriously thought I was talking to Shawn this whole time. Like,
Yeah,
I
what
don't
do
know
you
where the fuck Eric came from. or-
Sorry, it was my trick.
I thought I had a little more room,
Would have
but
appreciated some advance notice. That's all. It's not ideal. That's all.
I miss
I don't have
Eric.
anything else to say.
Is there anything
I'm
else?
just gonna be real for a 2nd. I miss Eric.
I miss
and,
Eric too.
Thank you.
and it's sad to me that
when you miss him, you get sad.
it's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be sad all over again now after this show.
You can just watch it. I mean, it's archived.
I know.
Is that your sad face?
You
looks
watch the show again.
I was telling Eric, I'm sad. I miss Eric. I was also telling Eric, I never realized how big my lips were until I shaved my facial hair. What am I supposed to do with these things?
Emote with
Hey,
him.
I know what you could do with them.
Yeah, it's called fucking beast
join
mode,
the
bro.
join the X-Men.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can
come on.
suck it.
Join the X-Men.
I was just gonna say join the X-Men. I didn't say why.
The S-Men. You ready for the tornado?
A little remix for you.
Slurp Man.
Hey, I want to
Yeah.
bring up the last couple.
And
real
I do
quick,
it well.
Shawn, I did want to ask you, Shawn.
Yeah.
Just real fast. You beat Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
You 100%ed it.
100%ed it.
We
yeah.
talked about that
And
last week.
And the DLC. Oh, you did. You
No,
already talked
not
about
the
it.
DLC. That was
Okay.
the new thing. I did 100% the DLC too.
Okay.
Got all the costumes.
That's cool.
Wow.
Did everything.
Was the DLC? I got the DLC. I
great.
haven't played
It's
it.
really
It was good. Okay.
It's good. It's a lot harder than
Violent,
the other.
too.
It is a lot more violent and the difficulty is like maxed out on that.
Interesting. Okay.
Which I mean, I was the highest level, so I thought it would be fine. But dude, it was tough.
Give you a new
kidding.
challenge, but you
I
did
did.
it.
I did
You
it.
100%ed it.
Yeah, it was great. And they kind of ended it, and it was like, oh, this is like kind of a downer. It wasn't like, oh, we did it. We're Spider-Man. It was just like, oh, fuck. I guess
That's real. That's
and
harsh
that's the
reality.
end. So it was really good, though. It was really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know anybody who 100%ed everything, including the DLC. And
Yeah,
so when Shawn really goes in on a game, he really goes
I
in on
go
it.
all
so.
the way. I've noticed that like about myself, where it's like I am like not a completionist for 99% of the games, but I will find that game that I love and I will do all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Spider-Man, Breath of the Wild, Tiny Tower,
Yeah.
Flappy
Peggle.
Bird.
He hits
Flappy
it all.
Bird. You go
Flappy
hard.
No, wait,
I
not
go
Flappy
hard.
Bird. No, what was it? Tiny Wings. That's what
Tiny
it was.
Wings.
Tiny Wings.
Oh, yeah,
the
Tiny
superior
Wings.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah. When I find my game, guys.
I got a shit ton of comics I want to recommend to the people out there.
Do it. Hit him with it. Go.
I've been reading a lot of comics. First of all, you all know I love the Goon, and I kind of fell off the Goon train and went back into Eric Powell's catalog and picked up some new comics, Spook House and Hillbilly, which are awesome.
Yeah, I think I heard the Hillbilly one.
Hillbilly is great. It is just as good as The Goon. And The Goon is like amazing. It's maybe my favorite comic ever. Please, if you're looking for a new comic and you haven't read The Goon, read The Goon. If you haven't read Hillbilly, read Hillbilly. He's a demon hunter who has like a satanically enchanted cleaver, which is good for like killing monsters. And it's just a really cool story. I love the way Eric Powell writes and the way he draws. Hey, this dude is just top fucking notch.
Oh, he's both the artist and
He's the full package.
Oh, sick.
I mean, he's probably one of the greatest comic book creators
it's like a Todd McFarlane
out there
Killing
today.
it.
I'm gonna say, of all time.
A regular Kevin Eastman.
And he runs. I don't know what the relationship is, if it's his comic book company, but they're all produced under Albatross Funny Books is the name of the company. Go and in fact, I got another Albatross Funny Book, not by Eric Powell, called Nom Wolf, which is about a kid who gets sent to Vietnam and in Vietnam discovers he's a werewolf.
Wow.
Nice.
Nom Wolf.
Albatross Funny Book sounds like a Boston No More Hero.
And then I started reading another independent comic. I can't remember the name of the author, but it's called Patience. And it's an awesome comic. It's kind of like a time-traveling noir murder mystery. It's very cool. It starts in 2006. Bad crime happens. It goes unsolved. And then you follow a character into like the year 2030 where he discovers time travel and decides, I'm going to go back and solve that crime that's been fucking with me for my whole life. I don't want to give too much away, but it's very good. I'm really enjoying it. Check out Patience. I think somebody in the chat said it's by Daniel Cowles. That sounds about right. Hillbilly and Patience. Check them out. That's what I've been reading this week.
Yeah.
Check out. I say check out Dilbert.
Yeah, Dilbert.
Going strong.
Foxtrot.
Going strong, Dilbert.
I have another
Baby
podcast
Blues.
recommendation.
Who died?
All right.
But the
Who got fucked?
But the
Fucked down.
second
What kind of torture porn you into
I
now?
was
Murder
recommended
fuckers.
this from my sister-in-law, and she was like, we like lost the same podcast, and she's like, hey, here's this one. It's really good.
It's Coming Corpses.
I almost was like, I shouldn't even bring this on the podcast because like just the title alone is like, fuck.
Here,
Uh-oh.
here it goes.
Here we
Hey,
go.
dick
Here
stabbers.
it goes.
It is called Over My Dead Body.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
really
let me guess what
like
this one's
it.
about.
It's so good.
You say that every week.
Yeah,
What's it about?
It is about two very successful people. They got married, and then out of nowhere,
One
they,
dies.
They get divorced. One is like hit, like an assassin hit in the garage, and it's trying to figure out what happened. It's really good. The murder isn't even like the main feature of this,
But the
It's
fucking
just like
is.
minimal
how
murder.
Cum is.
but it's like how are these people? It's trying to connect the dots of like who sent the hit out. Oh, it's good. It's good. So
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I really am just joking when I say those things.
Yeah, I know.
But I am proven right every week.
I
Again
know.
and again and again.
I'm surprised you don't just watch Dateline Murder Mystery.
No,
no
it's
shit.
I'm
I
surprised
don't-
you don't just murder.
No.
Yeah,
He's
become a
working up
killer.
to it. He's almost there.
You guys, you,
You know
gotta
how-
check out Over My Dead Body.
You know what?
6 episodes. and that's
Sean would probably be the best murderer of all of us because he knows what not to
come.
do to get caught.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean is already a murderer.
Yeah.
Already
He, like,
secretly
oh,
out there
sorry,
killing.
my car broke down. Oh, my hands are all fucked up. Funny story.
That's
the
Henry-
jack collapsed.
Oh my
and
God.
I tried
Oh,
to catch my
look,
car.
Dude.
Look
And
under
he-
his nails. That's not brake dust. There's blood under there.
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh,
blood and dirt.
And
cum.
he got nervous about the evidence. So he was like, "Doctor, shave these balls right off."
Yes.
Who knows
Yeah.
what kind of DNA is attached?
You're not
Shave-
leaving any trails
Shave these
behind.
balls
Oh,
right off.
my hands
You
are,
don't even
my
have
hands are still
vasectomies
shaking. From fixing a car where the adrenaline's
they
running.
can't-
This guy
I just
killed
want
somebody
an S to
tonight.
dick. One clean.
He did.
Yeah.
He did the Henry
Give
Lee
me the
Lucas.
Ken doll.
Yeah,
My
look,
car
look at his
broke
face.
down.
Look at his reaction. This guy can't handle the heat.
I'm gonna put my emergency brights
can
on.
handle
Maybe
the
someone will
heat.
come
Oh,
help me.
yeah, I
I'm
bet.
gonna fake drop it in the driveway. Maybe a neighbor will come by.
Sean Bundy over here.
Call all his neighbors, Kevin.
As long
Can
as he's
I-
got that
You
CBD,
can call him.
he
They
can
saw
do
it.
it all.
Make sure they're
They
safe.
saw all of it.
If Derek's recommending comic books and stuff, can I recommend something?
Yeah.
Totally.
I recommend the Rooster Teeth First program, Rooster
Oh,
Teeth
come on,
podcast.
Dad.
Always open.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
First-
we're all recommending stuff that we really fucking love.
Me too.
So-
Yeah, that's what we're all doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all doing that.
Well,
Rooster
I-
Teeth First, you can sign up for a free 7-day trial.
A 7-day
Yeah,
trial.
go
That's
nuts
pretty
with
generous.
that.
Couldn't
And
we
you can get 4 pairs of these Funhouse socks
How are
from
those
the Rooster
Funhouse?
Teeth
They
store.
couldn't swing the
Check
10
out
days,
these
huh?
Funhouse
Or-
socks.
F on
No.
there,
Or
a H even.
you can get these socks.
Oh God.
Check the Little Caesars.
Hey.
Now we don't make any money from that, but I got the.
Now we know we're at the end of the podcast.
I'm just trying to be cool.
Yeah, he's
hey, I
trying
do
to be
want to
cool.
bring
You
up.
know what? I just want to say, if
Yeah.
you hate Rooster Teeth and you want to hit them where it hurts,
Yeah.
Mega64 Patreon, baby.
Oh.
Guys, don't. Guys,
baby.
no, you have to subscribe to Rooster Teeth first.
No, remain
How much,
independent,
how much
baby.
is Rooster Teeth first? What does it cost?
$9.99.
We are $1, baby.
One.
All we want is $1. These guys do the 99-cent trick.
These socks,
That's
I think,
10
were on
fucking
sale.
bucks.
Go to
so were mine.
store.roosterteeth.com. I think these socks were on sale. You
They
get
were
a
hot and
4-pack.
ready.
We put out a fucking record,
Funhouse.
double LP for less money.
You can
God,
get
we rule.
You can get a Ruby soundtrack on vinyl.
Where'd they get that idea? I'm
Yeah.
afraid to ask.
Who's pumping vinyl first, baby?
Next thing, they're going to be doing fucking
Shit.
Tetris in real life. Check it out.
Yeah.
So you can
Can't
roosterteeth.com or download the
wait
Rooster
for
Teeth
Gu-
app.
they didn't
Can't
put
wait
any
for
Thank you.
Gus to do a Kimbo Slice parody.
Is there any
That
Yeah.
would be good.
is there any slow draw on that Ruby vinyl? Just a bunch of Jim Jones Orchestra, or whatever it was.
Before we end the podcast, can I just ask you to? Can you just give Gus a message to me and just?
Yeah.
To stop being naked all the time. He's always fucking
Yeah.
naked.
Oh, yeah,
What's
that
the problem?
calendar.
He's always naked.
What's
It's-
your problem? Are you
mean,
going
you
to
don't
kill
like
us?
Gus's
Confidence,
body?
baby.
What's
Yeah.
wrong?
I'm just
Sean-
getting
oh,
these
Sean doesn't
boners
like
at work
naked?
all the
What are
time.
you gonna do? You gonna
and it
murder
makes
him?
me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Why are you hot shaming?
You want clothes to kill him in?
I'm
Please.
walking around with this fucking
Does it-
rod in my pants because
Does
it's all
it-
guts naked
Does it
again.
put this like uncontrollable dark rage that and like the dark side comes out? You don't know what to do with it.
And you just have to think about how you can get away with it.
Is
so
this
you
like
study
is this
hours and hours of
is
tape.
this fair warning to Gus? Stop getting naked or else.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Sean, you didn't hear. He knows how to suck it.
Good night.
No, hold on.
No.
Hold on. I've needed to bring something up
Okay.
for like 10 minutes. I just want to say, everyone out there attending, that was a good night. Let's
you.
repeat that good night, but like slow motion after I say this, because
Okay.
that was a good ending. We are going to be at PAX East. If anybody is attending that in Boston, we're going to be at PAX East in Boston, March 28th through the 30th or something.
He ruined that goodbye with this.
It's okay.
28th through the 31st, I believe.
Yeah.
Is
Right
PAX
there.
East in Boston. We will be there. We'll have a booth the whole show, of course, always, and a panel on Saturday night. We'll post more details
Prime
and
time.
share more details later, but we have an 8 p.m. panel on Saturday night of PAX East.
That's right.
And we're going to bring, obviously, our booth is going to have a bunch of new merch. This week, the first item was shown. We had the Rider sweatshirt and the Voltage scarf are two items that are going to be there day one at PAX East. Mariel did the artwork for the sweatshirt. Our friend Jason did the scarf. And together, they're a great set. So shop.mega64.com. If you're not attending the show, you can pre-order, because that's something we had a lot of demand for in the past is, I'm not going. Can I please like order some of these things? So there's a pre-order for those items if you're not going. So check that out. Yeah, check us out at PAX East.
Please freeze your ass off with us.
And
Are we gonna have exclusive merch at the booth?
yes,
That's right.
we'll debut more of that stuff later. But for now, that's the one thing we've revealed, and there will be more.
We're gonna have a lot of new items, exclusive merch. If you're going
Yes.
to PAX and you're watching this show and you don't come to our booth, you're fucking dead to us.
Yeah, you messed up.
Sean's gonna come
Yeah.
to your house and fucking kill you.
Just like you're dead to me, just like they say in The Godfather Part 2, the best of the series. And now, without any further words,
Was that a cheap shot at me?
without
Yes.
any further,
Yes, it
no,
was.
What an
said
asshole.
I said without any further words. So
What an asshole.
that's the end. I got
further word. You're an
that's
asshole.
it. I'm gonna give.
Fuck. Turn this off before he can morph.
Ready? Goodbye,
Go.
everybody.
Did you allow that to happen?
5,
Did you allow that
1.
to? Okay, it was worth it for the crab scuttle offset.
5, 4, 1. I think he missed the 3 and the 2.